should he be held accountable? Congressman. Whoa. Sorry. Take your notes.
Now let's talk about the truth. Now let's talk about the truth. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Now let's talk about the truth. Get her out of here.
What inspired that today?
Jamaal Bowman.
What inspired that today, Congressman?
I was born and raised in New York City. This is the city that I love. It's a city focused on hard work and love for all people. We will never accept hateful rhetoric in our city. Any rhetoric that is divisive, any rhetoric that uplifts white supremacy, we are pushing back against that in all its forms. Marjorie Taylor Greene needs to take her ass back to Washington.
What's going on, guys? Hey, I wanted to bring you a story this afternoon about Jamaal Bowman. Now, Mr. Bowman is a U.S. representative for the 16th Congressional District of New York. And Mr. Bowman is a bit of an issue. He really is, man. He's a bit of a problem. And again, people aren't allowed nowadays to criticize anyone that's black. I mean, they're not allowed to criticize black people at all. And man, it's not that the fact that the guy's black. It's just the guy's just an ass. I mean, he's just a plain freaking ass. That's all. Again, it has no difference whether he's black or white or red or, man, whatever, yellow, whatever color. And it's because, again, the guy's a jerk. Again, the guy believes that rules don't apply to him. You know, he believes he can say whatever it is he wants to say. And again, there should be no pushback because again, he's Jamaal. He's Jamaal Bowman. And again, man, he's going to call everyone else names, white supremacists and everything else. But again, this man right here is an issue. Is an issue. He feels he can say whatever it is that he wants to say. And there should be no pushback. And again, you know, he's up there, he can get in people's faces, yell, scream, and he says that they're the ones intimidating people. But he's the one yelling and getting in people's faces and everything else. And again, we're seeing a double standard in this country. Again, black people, especially black men, black women, everyone, man, they believe they can say anything. And again, if you don't buy it, if you push back against it and say, nope, that's not right, again, then you're a white supremacist. And again, man, there's no pushback, or they don't want there to be pushback. If you call some white person a white supremacist, they just ought to take it. Well, you know what? Guess what, Jamaal? No, things don't work their way, buddy. Things don't work their way.
So the demeanor and the disposition, you know, on the steps, it was playful. We were going after each other. Yeah. So for her the next morning to say what she said, I mean, it's a complete 180, number one. It's no longer comical now because now you are using historical racist tropes toward black men, menacing his mannerisms. I'm afraid that's the stuff that got, you know, Trayvon Martin killed, Tamir Rice killed, Michael Brown killed. I mean, I believe Officer Darren Smith literally talked about his presence and his strength as an excuse for killing him. And this has happened to black men historically. And so now we're in a dangerous space. And that's why I wanted to be really, really clear to reporters today how reckless and dangerous her statements were. And she should know better. I believe she knows better. This is another reason why we need to teach the accurate history of America in our schools and make sure African-American history is a part of that, because
ask them, and then go to the Senate, ask the same questions. They're cowards. They're all cowards. They won't do anything to save the lives of our children at all. Cowards. Pressure them. Force them to respond to the question, why the hell won't you do anything to save America's children? And let them explain that all the way up until election day on 2024. Let them explain it all the way up to election day on 2024. They're freaking cowards. They're gutless. They're not here. I'm talking about gun violence. Carry guns? You think more guns lead to more death? More guns lead to more death. Look at the data. You're not looking at any data. You're carrying the water for the gun lobby. Look at the data. More guns lead to more deaths. Good. States that have open carry laws have more death. States that have open carry laws have more death. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Calm down. Children are dying. 9-year-old children. The solution is not harming.
The thing is, man, Jamal, you are the problem. You are the issue. Again, you get loud, you get obnoxious, man. You intimidate people. You get in their face. And again, man, I'm not saying everyone's intimidated by you, but I think a lot of people are. Because again, man, you get loud, it has nothing to do with the color of your skin. And what you're doing with this is you're saying, I can do whatever I want. And if you dare to say something about that, Miss Green, if you dare to say something about the way that I'm acting, then you're blowing a racist dog whistle about me. You're bringing up race. That's what you're doing. You're basically effectively trying to silence her for daring to say what you're doing wrong, to daring to say your behavior is not appropriate, to daring to say the truth. Again, she can't say so because you're trying to blow that racist dog whistle, or to use your words, man, the racist bullhorn. And again, that's what you're doing. You're blowing that bullhorn saying, hey, look, you can't criticize me. You can't criticize my demeanor and the way that I'm acting to you and getting down here in front of your face, man. You can't say nothing about that. And if you do, I'm going to call you a racist. I'm going to say that you can't say that because why? Because again, man, that saying something about a black man from a white woman, man, that there were so many racial things in the past that came from that. So again, you're pulling something out of your ass and you're saying, hey, look, she did not say that I'm, whatever, man. She is not calling for me to be lynched or anything. Again, she's calling for me to stop my behavior. Because again, I yell, I get all upset and emotional and passionate and get in people's faces and that kind of stuff. And she's saying, hey, look, that intimidates me. Please stop. That's what she's saying. And I can't look at my own stuff. I have to put that back on her. Say, look, the only reason why you're saying something is not because you're intimidated. It's not because of my behavior. It's because of you. It's because you're a racist. That's why. And again, man, that's really how far we devolved as a culture, as a country. We have devolved, man. You can't stand up. You can't say something. And again, man, if you do, you're a white supremacist. But yeah, let me stick up this next clip, man, showing what the women on The View had to say about this. The cackling hens, man, what they had to say about this situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your representatives at work. So it was a big fight over George Santos. And America's sweetheart, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she didn't like it. So then this is what she said afterwards.
I will tell you what's on video is Jamaal Bowman shouting at the top of his lungs, cursing, calling me a calling me a white supremacist, which I take great offense to. That is like calling a person of color the N-word, which should never happen. Calling me a white supremacist is equal to that, and that is wrong. I think there's a lot of concern about Jamaal Bowman. So, and I am concerned about it. I feel threatened by him.
This country has a history of characterizing black men who are outspoken, who stand their ground, and who push back as being threatening or intimidating. So she's not even using a dog whistle. She's using a bullhorn to put a target on my back to the people that she refers to as MAGA people out there who might want to cause harm.
Okay, first of all, The N-word is so offensive,
Yeah.
and it refers to skin color, basically. The white supremacist is a philosophy, an idea, that things are not equal. And, the fact that she could not say the real word shows you how volatile that word is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? And by the way, just before you talk about it, she has appeared at a conference founded by white nationalists, some
Nick
organization,
Fuentes.
something
Yeah.
that's created by Nick Fuentes, who's basically a Hitler supporter, I believe. Isn't he?
And she
Correct
has,
me if I'm wrong.
she has said anti-Semitic
she's trying,
things.
what?
She has said many anti-Semitic things as well.
And she's trying to start a caucus within the GOP to promote uniquely Anglo-Saxon political traditions. Okay?
Sounds like a little white supremacist.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
It feels a little white supremacy.
If it walks like a white supremacist.
Yeah, it feels a little white supremacy. I mean, I think Congressman Bowman said.
Okay, Nick Fuentes is a white nationalist. I stand corrected.
Okay.
Neo-Nazi seems safe,
Yeah,
but okay.
It seems to fall in line with the
Call it what you
ideology. But, I think Congressman Bowman said what needed to be said, which was this has been happening for decades, or perhaps even longer than that, centuries, where a white woman says something like, he feels threatening to me, he's harassing me.
Yeah.
And that can end in the death of a black man. And she knows that. So
Man, we got to be honest about what is happening here. We truly do. Because again, man, you can't criticize a black person. You can't criticize a black person. It doesn't matter what they're doing. Because again, you're a racist if you do. Again, it doesn't matter if the guy's out there intimidating people, yelling, getting in their faces, getting very emotional. Man, it does not matter. What matters is her daring to say that she felt intimidated. How dare her? How dare her say that she feels a certain way because he is, in fact, getting in people's faces and getting very emotional. Again, how dare her say that? Again, she must be a racist. No. You guys know damn well she's not being a racist by saying that. She did not bring up race, but you did. You're the one that brought up race. People like him and like the people on The View, the women on The View. Again, people from that side of the aisle. Man, they're the ones bringing up race. Ain't nobody else brought up race. Come on, guys. Nobody brought up race. Except for you. You're the one that brought up race. You and this Bowman character and the women on The View, they're the ones that brought up race. Again, nobody else did. Nobody else did. So again, we have to really look at what the real issue is. How dare you speak up against a black person if they do something against you? Because again, it has nothing to do with their race, but they're going to make it about the race. They're going to make it about that because, again, these folks are the true racists. Again, they don't care about anything except for how they can move themselves ahead. People like him, people like Al Sharpton, AOC, again, whatever they can do to propel themselves forward by whatever methods. Again, they're not, Marjorie Taylor Greene's not the one blowing the racist dog whistle or the racist bullhorn, like you said. Again, she's not the one doing that. You're the one doing that. No one said anything about race until you did. Until the girls on The View, they did. And again, man, these people are the true racist. They are the true racist. Again, these people are what is wrong with this country. But hey guys, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks. You son of a